Hi everybody, it's me Marquita. I don't know, it's just so many different things on my mind, so this is kind of going to be like a mind dump. I'm sitting on my couch and I need to be doing some work. I need to be reading, but my mind is racing. And so a lot of things have been on my mind lately, and yes, it's a hula hoop back there. Don't ask. I used to hula hoop and I still think I can do it, but Um as I'm looking out the window, it's raining. It's been raining off and on all day, and I, as it comes to me right now, a lot of times we're in situations where we're sitting alone in the midst of a storm. We kind of seem trapped in it, but it's all about perspective. It's all about how you look at that situation. Is it something that you can learn from? Is it something that you can grow from? Is it something that you can develop and be enhanced as a person from? Is it something that's going to prune you of something that's keeping you from the greatness that God has in store for you? If you start looking at your storms and the different situations you face from that perspective, from um, that line of sight, it will change how you actually approach the situations and the things that happen in the midst of it. And a lot of times, because of our society and how our culture raises people and teaches people to approach life, we miss out on the blessings in those storms, in the midst of those lessons. Which brings me to sharing something that would have originally been shameful for me to share, but I don't know. It's just on my heart, and it's been on my heart all day to share. A lot of times in the past, I have um, mistakenly made lessons into relationships. A lot of times in the past, I have mistakenly made lessons into relationships. And while granted, God always made sure the lesson that I was supposed to learn in that situation was learned, it wasn't without heartbreak because I had made a lesson into a relationship. I had made what should have probably been a friendship into a commitment. Well, probably on my side. I gave of myself, gave my body to people that weren't my husband, that wasn't my husband. And in the midst of recovering from those situations, because I spent the last year healing and working on me and just letting go of anything that was a hindrance to me being the best woman I could be and being who God created me to be. And ultimately, it's my desire to get married, becoming the woman that would attract that right husband. I had to unload all of that baggage, and I had to shift how I looked at the relationship. I looked at it from what they did to me and how they hurt me, versus what I learned from it, what I gained from it, how did I grow from it. And regardless of whether it was a romantic relationship or a platonic friendship, I'm grateful for God changing my perspective. And I guess this all does tie together. I didn't realize it at first. Like I said, when you're in the midst of a storm or in the midst of difficulty, it's all about perspective. It's all about how you look at the situation. It's all about your vantage point. If you're above the storm, looking down in the midst of it, then of course you're going to feel safe and feel comfortable, and you're going to feel that this is something that's not going to affect you. When you're entering the storm, you want to do everything you can to avoid it. You want to avoid that lesson. You want to avoid whatever you're supposed to get out of it because you don't want to feel the pain. When you're in the midst of it, you want to hurry up and get out of it because you want to be free. You don't want to feel pain. You don't like the process, the changing process. And changing is hard. Changing is difficult. Changing hurts. It's not comfortable. It forces you to acknowledge who you are in that present moment, who you are in the current situation, and see who you want to become, who you're supposed to be. And it's hard. It hurts because you have to let go of stuff. You have to release your hold. You have to relinquish the control. You have to trust God. If you're a person of faith, and I hope you are, I'm a Christian. But you have to relinquish control. You have to let go of everything that you thought you could do and trust the situation to play out how best it's going to play out for you. And of course, on the other side of it, you're always joyful because, for one, the situation is over. But more importantly, if you're wise enough, you can look back and see what you gained, see how you grew, see how you changed, how you evolved and became a better person in the process of it. And when I look back on last year and even on those past relationships now and where I am mentally and spiritually now, I am so grateful for it because I would have continued on the same trajectory. I was praying, God, when is my husband going to come? And I'm not married and not rushing it. I love this season that I'm in and what God is doing in my life and how he's growing me and stretching me and making me into a better person. But in the midst of that pain of healing and cleaning out the infection in those wounds in my heart and wounds in my soul and spirit, I just was not happy. But once God shifted my perspective and how I saw things and even how I look at life now, it transformed me. It changed me. And so today, I don't know why I had to do this, but I felt like I was supposed to talk all day and do a video all day. But I just encourage you to change your perspective, change how you look at that storm, shift your vantage point. Look at it from what you can gain from it, how you will change, how you will be a better person, the growth that you'll experience, the life that awaits you on the other side of the storm. And don't just rush through it. Don't rush the season. Trust the process. Trust what God is doing in you. Trust the kinks that he's working out. It's kind of like a painful massage. I had to have one of those 2 weeks ago because I had been stressing about so many different things to the point I broke out really, really bad. And because I was not trusting God, I was resisting. And I'm so grateful that it finally clicked. And as I'm praying and going and walking out this season and walking out the different things that God has me doing, I'm just so grateful because he shifted my vantage point. He shifted my perspective. So instead of looking at it as something to hurt me or harm me or to break me, I see it as something that's molding me and shaping me and preparing me for the blessings ahead. Because if you don't go through something to teach you to handle the blessings, God can't trust you with them. That's kind of like the parable of the talents. If God can trust you with little, he will trust you with more. And if he can't trust you with little, everything that you have will be taken from you. And I'm grateful that God trusts me with the responsibilities he's put on me. But more importantly, I'm grateful to see myself as trustworthy. I'm grateful to see myself as prepared and ready for the things that lie ahead. So that's all I have to say. I'm actually going to probably be able to read now because this stuff is out. I hope y'all are having a wonderful holiday. I pray you blessings. I pray you peace. Again, if you have any prayer requests, you can leave them underneath the video or you can email me at lifeinspiredbygod@gmail.com. You can also visit my blog, lifeinspiredbygod.com. That said, bye.